Today I want to highlight a race at Mid-Ohio in A-Class. Particularly, this one I really enjoyed because, well, I qualified in first and had a really good time, but also you just see some big American muscle cars up front. I'm in the 71 CUDA, and there was a Mustang next to me, and then right behind me was a Viper. So typically in A-Class, you see a lot of Formula Mazda, the Subaru BRZ13, and so it's just kind of fun to see some different cars up front, and I ended up having a really close battle throughout this entire race. So here, let's dive in and check it out at this race around Mid-Ohio. So I've prioritized handling with this CUDA build, but really it has some incredible speed as well, which you'll see. So the widest tires I can get, it's running racing slicks. I've got aero on full, so it can handle decently well, but still has some pretty fast acceleration in the straights, which makes it a lot of fun for tracks like this. I thought it might be a lot to handle around the corners, but I actually found it to be relatively easy. So we get off to a good start, leaving the other muscle cars in the back. And here if you've raced around Mid-Ohio, you know that there is a little bit of a interesting line you can take on the inside there. I usually try to avoid it, but if someone else is taking it and getting a crazy advantage, I will also take it sometimes. So first lap, I'm in the lead, not going to touch it. We're going to keep the actual line, keep it wide of the pit lane. So you see second place gets a little bit closer on that first corner, but I start to pull away on this straight. And if you want to catch racing like this live, make sure you join me on the 9 to 5 Toys YouTube channel around 8 p.m. on Wednesday evenings. That's 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I'll share this tune on Forza Motorsport if anybody wants to download and try it. Just search for Jalopysaurus, and I'll probably tag it with Grip as well. So through some of these S's, you can see that the indicator's getting a little bit brighter as that Mustang's getting closer to us. Makes a little bit of contact, but here, once again, we're on the straight, and so we can kind of pull away a little bit. And I do know that the Cobra has been pretty strong in A-Class. I see quite a few of them running, but this CUDA is one that I don't see very much, and it was something fun to try it here and see how it would perform. And I think it did really well. So here you'll see coming into T1, I take the normal line to the right, but you can see that Sleazy lives up to his name and takes the inside cut there. So keep that in mind for the next laps. But we've got some speed on him, almost get up beside him, but not quite, so I back off. Make sure we don't have contact going around this corner. But once again, the CUDA's got some crazy straight line speed, so we are catching up to him. Block the tires a little bit there, but he also goes a little bit wider than I think he intended. So we get even again, but he has the better line there on the inside. The Viper's also getting a little bit closer to us. It's about 6/10 behind us right now.
3 more.
Here on the straight, getting a little bit closer to the Mustang. You can see he's trying to maybe walk the line a little bit, but still dipping into that pit lane, so we do as well. Gives us some better exit speed here. And he's throwing up some chats in the corner saying good race. I accidentally made contact there. I back off a little bit, make sure I'm not pushing him at all, because that's not how we want to do this race. We get ahead. He makes a little bit of contact, a little bit more contact with us. He's throwing sorries up in the top right in the chat. We are currently back in the lead, but he is very close to us, I think, on our right side. Hard to tell with the indicators. But now we are in front, and I start to see a pattern over the next few laps here where he can cut down on that inside around this corner. And so we'll keep that in mind for the next couple laps. We kind of know where his car performs better and where we can expect him to be. So back in the second, trying to battle for first. And this has been a really fun race so far. The cars are different enough that they perform well in different situations and just makes for a really exciting race. And once again, the Viper's getting really close on our tail as well. He's trying to keep his tires in the blue, I think, there, but he kind of already used that inside line, so I feel like once he does that, it's fair game for anybody. So we're on the outside here because he kept the inside, so we can try to get some exit speed. We're close to him, and then basically even with him right there, we have quite a bit more speed than him down this straight. Second to last lap, just trying to go around the outside there, trying to drive a little defensively, staying kind of in the middle to cut off those insides because he can handle better, he can take those insides, but we have a big wide 71 Plymouth Cuda. So here I try to get to the right to cut him off, but I don't quite do it enough, so once again, we'll keep that in mind for the next lap. Had a good run, but not enough speed to really get alongside him there. I felt like I was going to cause an accident if I tried to push it anymore, so I did back off. Alright, we're starting the last lap, chasing down first place. One more lap. We're going to get some more speed. He's taking the inside, of course, so are we. We should get some good exit speed here, get a good run on him going into this corner. And we do. We're alongside him going into the first corner, so don't have to worry about him, turning into us or anything. He's been pretty respectful this whole thing. A little bit of contact, but we're both still straight going out of this. And since we were alongside him, we get some great speed, a nice little lead going down the straight here. Brake late, trying to go in here, trying to really maximize that, stay on the inside so he can't cut us off. Once again, making that 71 Cuda as wide as we can through these corners. He's right on our tail, trying to cut off the inside. This next corner is where he's passed us the last few laps, so I'm really trying to stay on the inside as much as possible. Try to cut him off. He's trying to get around us right on our tail. But I think we made it stick. It's a little bit harder to pass in these last few corners. So as long as we don't make any huge mistakes and as long as we cover off some of the lines so he can't cut us on the inside, we should have it here. And there we go, across the line to keep first place. So what a fun race. We had the Plymouth Cuda, we had the Cobra, and the Viper all up top there in the top three, which was just great. We were all battling each other very close the entire race. So a very fun race. Of course, if you want to see these races live, make sure you join me Wednesday nights on 9 to 5 Toys YouTube channel. We're usually playing around 8:15 p.m. Eastern and just play some of the new weekly races. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you there.